Folks, welcome back. My name is Rudy. You're watching AlphainvestmentsLLC. Folks, one of the original books I've had for 7-8 years in the background of this YouTube channel has been the Black Swan book. A book I've spent a lot of time in many years ago when I first was doing a lot of research and learning about finance and things like that. And it really caught my eye the first time somebody told me about this book, the impact of the highly improbable in life. The impact of really improbable things you don't think are possible or so unlikely, and yet they happen anyways, or it shocks you. But then afterwards, you look back at it, and you kind of go, well, God, why didn't I see that coming? The whole Black Swan conversation has always been a really interesting topic. In today's video, we're going to discuss this Commander Masters and a lot of just the ongoing turbulence on this product. I mean, I'm getting a ton of patron messages, a ton of messages from you all, Rudy, when are you going to offer? I'm excited. Can we do some openings? People are excited about the product, and we've already mentioned that. So far, the product looks good. It doesn't look like a dumpster fire, but that's not really what the conversation's about. People are frustrated with Hasbro continuing to ratchet up the price for their products. That is where the argument is. Like right now, again, I've already made it very clear to you all. At release in a couple weeks, I actually skipped Commander Masters draft and set boxes. I've never in the history of my being alive in this world skipped the regular draft boxes of a master set. This is the first time I've ever done that. But at the same time, I did go really big on the Commander decks because people are off the chart excited about these things, Eldrazi's and Slivers, and people are super pumped about the Commander decks. And of course, the collector packs. Right now, the set boxes are still almost $400 a box, which is unfortunately the correct price since Wizards charges over $300 a box. And the draft boxes are around $300 a box because Wizards charges over $200 for that. And, well, the collector boxes are still around about that, $220 to $240 range with tax and shipping. It's pretty normal priced compared to the other ones. Now, granted, the collector boxes only have 4 packs, but so did the last Double Masters 2022, and so did the original VIP Double. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. So, to me, the collector packs still look the most attractive, and so do the Commander deck sets. The frustration with Commander Masters still remains around the price that Wizards is charging, not really what the cards are in the product. Now, some people argue that the cards should be there should be more value or heavy hitters because of their high price. Problem is, again, as we talked about in the other video last week, the amount of cards that Wizards can reprint that's not on the reserve list that are $50, $100 plus is really diminishing because of the market conditions and the dilution that they are doing to their brand. So, I do believe Commander Masters is going to be very successful, just like Lord of the Rings and everything. I have no concern on that. But the pricing and direction of these reprints is scary because we've all been discussing, how sustainable is it? And, well, the short answer is it's really not sustainable if you want the cards to be expensive. What Wizards and Hasbro is doing is sustainable. But all the cards are going to be $5, $10, maybe $15, maybe the best ones are $20. That's kind of the concept that people think. But we don't know. We're going to know as time continues to march forward because, again, there are still a bunch of expensive mythics, a bunch of expensive rares. Now, what they settle out at, we'll find out. I mean, I didn't even think Jeweled Lotus would still be this expensive, but it is. We're going to find out. So, as far as this situation goes, I believe that Commander Masters is going to come out. It's going to do just fine. I don't expect it to skyrocket and be Lord of the Rings collector box chasing the $2 million one-of-one ring. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think anything Wizards releases is going to immediately skyrocket. I've been saying that now for the last 1 to 2 years since we hit the bear market of the cruel summer of 2022. But at the same time, I've noticed that the products that are successful and really sell well, they definitely don't engage in Amazon dumps or excess product for these type of things. It's been very interesting to watch that. Like, we haven't seen original Double Masters, Double Masters 2022, Double Masters 2022 collectors. None of that has ever been on Amazon dumps. It's only products that seem to have either not sold all the way through or the things they overprinted from the year or two ago when everything went to the moon. So that's been interesting to see so far. Doesn't mean that can't change. I guess at this point, I'll get kind of based on what I'm seeing, price predictions of everything. I believe the most that the Commander Masters collector boxes you should pay is $250 at the most. Okay, kind of what I did with Lord of the Rings collector boxes. I think $400 should be the highest. Anything below that is a great price, but I think anything above certain ranges gets too risky. Okay, and I know this is where everyone calls Rudy the anti-hype man, you know, because I've never usually done that before. But you know, things are so volatile. I want to give you my opinions. And my opinion, right now, going into Commander Masters, the set boxes, anything under $400 is a fair price based on what Wizards is charging for you to actually get it through distribution in the store. Draft box, the same thing. Anything below $300 is fair. If for some reason we get some weird spike and some surprise and it goes higher, be very, very careful. Be very, very careful overpaying for that kind of thing. The collector boxes, same thing. They're currently bouncing around. I think like TCG Player right now is like maybe $220 plus tax, and maybe what, $240 shipped to your door. I think that's towards the top end of the range for the collector boxes. But I think anything between that $225 to $250 shipped to your door with tax, with shipping and everything, not in a bubble envelope, hopefully, from some idiotic company or store, Amazon. But I think overall, anything below that $250 is a fair price. I think that's a good, stable thing. And yes, there's always that chance we get spoilers and the prices spike. And if that does happen, please use a lot of caution. Do not overpay. There are moments you got to step away or kind of hold the price at a more realistic point. So I want to lay that out there. As far as Commander deck set, that's an interesting one because, again, they're bulkier. I'm on the hook for a lot of these things. The price has been pretty volatile. I'm seeing on like TCG Player and eBay, people are paying insane prices for the Commander deck set. Now, keep in mind, these are very expensive Commander decks, okay? Like the store cost alone, was it $230, $240, $250? It's in the 200s. So it's not like stores are getting the Commander decks for $120 and selling them for like $160. Again, the prices have been elevated quite a bit from Hasbro and Wizards, so it's just is what it is. There's nothing that stores, your LGS, your evil Amazon warehouse, the Rudy taco thing. There's nothing anybody can do that's just a high price. I do think any Commander deck set that's kind of towards that 300 range is fair. Because again, the price wholesale is, I don't know, let's just say $230 or something. I think someone told me it's $250. Let's say $240. Let's say in the middle. You know, so if you're buying it for $300 after shipping and fees, hey, at least the store can make $20. I mean, not amazing, but at least it's profitable for stores. That's where I see things going. One last thing I want to comment about, which is another video which you may have watched. If you haven't watched it though, just be very careful with the Lord of the Rings situation, everyone. Wizards has been holding Lord of the Rings draft set and Commander on hold till after Lord of the Rings is released. So I'm going to say it again if you missed the other video. Be very careful buying Lord of the Rings draft set or Commander until after Commander Masters releases, because they are artificially holding the price up by restricting supply. There's a ton of additional supply. It's currently being held back so that there's no interference with Commander Masters. So I did want to say that at the end of this video. Other than that, folks, appreciate you all supporting, watching the channel, patrons and everything. As far as what's going on in the Patreon world and the Rudy world, demand for $89 draft boxes from you all continues to be very strong. Let's see here. Demand for Flesh and Blood sealed sealed cases. I only sell them by the case to patrons continues to be incredibly strong. Let's see here. Upcoming, we got a new Weiss set coming up. And then obviously at the end of the month, going into August, we got the Commander Master sales. And then, of course, going into August, we got the Rudy special 4-foot custom Arabian Night thing coming. And then we got also the Rudy, the Crayon Eater MetaZoo custom connecting crayon cards. Pretty cool stuff. And then, of course, September range, about 60 days out, we will be running the massive, I know, I say it at the end of the video because most of you are already gone. We will be running the massive Sorcery launch, the beta Sorcery launch. with the multiple booster boxes, the starter stuff, the giant playmat, and of course the exclusive nude, good old Frank F. nude, beautiful promo card. And that is going to be an absolutely, I'm a little worried about it because the amount of you all asking and demand just seems to be really scary right now. So I've been in talks with Sorcery on just how to safely manage that loss without too much, anger and emotions. So that is coming 60 days. I'm waiting, I think, I'm supposed to hear about Lorcana and numbers or selling Lorcana. I'm not sure if that's out yet or supposed to be any day now, but that's all I have, folks. Oh yeah, Pokemon 151. People are losing their minds over. We'll talk about that in another video. Thanks for watching. Have a beautiful day, everybody.